Hello guys, so today we are going to look into connecting to the database as well as creating our data and inserting that data into the database. That is what we are going to do. So I'm going to try it in the NetBeans, so Apache NetBeans. So in here we have some main things that has to focus. So first we have to download some things. I have already downloaded and added those libraries, but I will tell you what all things that are needed for connecting to the database as well as for the things that is needed for inserting, deleting, updating the data into the database likewise. So we are doing it in swing concept. Okay, so we need something for connecting the database. So the first one is XAMPP. Okay, so for that we can do like we can download it from the Google. This is what you have to do. You have to download the version which is suitable for you and you can install that thing. And the other thing that is needed is a connector. We need a connector, MySQL connector, to connect to the database. So we can download this MySQL connector, like typing MySQL, just type MySQL connector. Okay, you will come to this link and go to that official website. So these are the two things that is needed. So in this what you have to do is you have to click this and you have to select the platform independent. So you will get two things. You have to download, you can download this zip archive, so you can directly do this. So after downloading this zip archive, you will get that folder like this, MySQL connector. Inside that, this is the file that is needed. This jar file is what we needed. Okay, so after downloading and after extracting it, you have to go to the NetBeans and there will be library package. So inside that library you can just add jar folder and just add that folder to this. That's all. Now we are almost set with everything. Now we are going to do the things. So first I'm going to create the form, JFrame form. I'm going to give first your data. I'm just giving the name data. Okay, so let's create the panel first, like the form. So what are we going to include? Like I'm going to include, just for this example, let's take a label. I'm going to include a label. I want another label too, name, registration number, name, as well as the course. These are the three things that I'm going to include. Okay, a registration number, then name, as well as the course. Okay, so these are the three things that I'm going to do. I'm going to get the data from the user and input it to the database, insert it to the database. So next what we need is to enter the data, we need a text field. I'm going to take the text field. You can try anything. So for this example, I'm trying the text field. So in this text field, right click and edit text, so you can edit the text. Okay, then what I'm going to do is just rename, right click properties. In this code you can rename the variable name. I'm going to name it is reg, reg I'm going to give. Okay, now everything is okay, so just extend this. Now we need another text field. I'm going to add another text field. Sorry, not right click, edit, backspace. Okay, then I just like the previous one, I'm just extending it, right click properties. In the code you can change this here, and I want to give name. Okay, for the variable name. Now in this course I'm just doing the same thing, so I'm making this easier. Okay, edit, drag it, then right click properties. For this I'm going to give the name as variable name as course. Now everything is done. Now what we need a submit button. So I'm going to use a button here. I'm dragging it and dropping it here. Right click, edit text. I'm going to use submit. Okay, so by clicking this our data will be inserted to the database. So these are the things. I'm just leaving here space for table for the retrieving and all. I will do that in the next video. So in here now we are going to do the code part. So just focus on these main things. what we need, we have to insert the data here, the user will insert the data here as well as here. So we are retrieving 3 of those data to the submit button. When the user clicks the submit, these 3 data will be saved to the database. Okay, that is the thing that we have to focus, nothing else. So just double click on this submit. So we are redirected to this submit code part. Okay, this is the method for that submit, that button part. Okay, so what are we doing is, first what I have said, I will tell some important points that we are going to focus on. So we are going to establish the connection. First we have to, as I said, we have added the jar file. So first we want to register to the JDBC. So there are some 5 key points that we have to focus. Okay, so I will explain it. Look, there are 5 key points that we have to focus while connecting to the database in Java. The first one is registering the driver. We want to register the driver at first. So let's focus on that thing. Okay, so let's focus on that thing, registering the driver. So whenever we are doing database things, just try to put those things into try and catch block. If any exceptions occur, we have to handle it. Okay, exception, I'm just giving exception e, SQL exception might happen. So e dot print stack trace. Okay, it will automatically give the error. Now inside this we are going to write the code, but before that, what are things that we need? First, in this design, as we know, this has to accept the data. Like here we are entering the data, here we are entering the data, as well as here. So while entering the data, we have to take that data into string format because 3 of them are string. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to declare some variables. String, first one is name now, so I'm just giving name1 is equal to, what is that variable? I have changed this variable now. We are accepting the data. What is that variable? The variable is reg. Okay, first one is register number, so I'm giving reg1. So we are going to get the data, reg dot get text. This is the function method that we are going to use to accept the data. So whatever the user enters into this register number, it will be stored to this string. Okay, same wise we are going to give it to everything. Next one is name1, which will be name, I think, dot get text. Okay, yes, it's correct. Now the third one is course1, which is equal to course dot get text. Okay, now 3 of those data are accepted to this register 1, name1 and course1. Now we are going to enter it into the database. Before entering, we have to set up the database. For that, as we have downloaded XAMPP, we have to open that control panel. This will be the XAMPP control panel. So these are the things. It will be like we are going to connect our NetBeans to the SQL. So we have to start this Apache first. Start it. So once it is started, okay, now we have to start this MySQL. Okay, this is automatically running. Apache app is running. Now we are going to start the MySQL. So MySQL is started. Wait a second. Yes, now we are going to the database part. To go to the database, just click this admin. Okay, now we are redirected to the database. So this is our database, just a tool. This is actually MySQL's a particular tool which we can use. So this is where we are going to store the data, where we are going to retrieve the data from everything. Okay, so we are going to create a new database. For that, click this new and write the database name. We are just going to give school. I'm just giving school. The database name is school. I'm going to give, and just change this to collation. It's not needed, but just change and create. Okay, now we have created the database. Our database is successfully created. You can see it here. Now the thing that we have to focus is how many things we are going to enter. So we need the register number, name, as well as course. Okay, 3 things. So I'm just going to create 3 columns inside that. First, I'm going to give the name as school itself. The table name is school itself. I'm just going to give, we need 3 columns. That's all. Now we are going to give the name. When you press enter, first one is register number. No, registration number. I'm going to give it like that. Okay, registration number. You have to remember that. I will tell you. Why? I'm going to give it is varchar, and registration number will be almost 10 characters. No, I'm just giving 10. Now what we need the name. Okay, yes, the next one was given as name, same as varchar. Then name will be almost, I will give 20. Okay, size. Okay, then the third one is course is also varchar, then I'm also giving it as 20. Okay, now everything is set. That's what we need for now. Now we need to save the database. Just click save and our database is successfully saved. You can see here registration number, name as well as course. Okay, now we are connected. The database is set up. Now we have to add the details. For that, it is very simple. Just go to this. We are in this button itself. We have collected the data. Now the first thing that I have said is register the driver class. So we have to register the driver class. So the name that we are going to use to register is class dot for name. This is how we are going to register to the driver class. Okay, as I will tell why we are using that, and we have to link it. So as per we are using MySQL com.mysql.jdbc.driver. We are registering that MySQL driver. Okay, now I have registered. After this segment, it means we have registered. Okay, first one, registering the driver. We are using for name. This method is used to register the driver. So whenever something like that is shown, we have to understand that it is used to register the driver class. So which is actually used to dynamically load the driver class. So that is what we are doing here. Now what we have to do, we have to connect. So the next method is connecting to the database, creating a connection. We are opening a connection to the database. So for opening a connection, the keyword is simple, just like connection. Connection is a keyword itself, but okay, connection. I'm just going to give a variable c, which is equal to, we are not giving the new keyword here. Okay, what we are going to do is we are starting a connection. So the syntax is connection, the variable name, which is equal to driver manager. This is the keyword dot. We are going to get the connection. Okay, we are going to get the connection. Inside this connection, we have to type the URL of that. It's not URL. Wait, I will tell. Creating the connection is second one. We are going to get the connection of the driver manager class. This driver manager, you have to focus. We should not use new keyword. So we are establishing the connection. Okay, so we have to give the string URL of that database. Okay, as per our is MySQL, I'm going to give JDBC database, then MySQL, then what you're going to do, localhost. Okay, look here, you can see our one is localhost. Then by default the port number is 3306. There is no need to change it. The port number is 3306 for our localhost. Now give a slash, then we have to give our database name. What is the database name that we have given? School. Okay, so the name of our database is school, SCHOOL, small letter, it will be like that. So we are connecting. This is something like that. Now we are going to connect to the database. Now here what we have to give is the root. Okay, for mine it is root and I haven't given any password. This is the username and this is password. You can change that. Okay, so for me it is root as well as password in my database. So we have to import this connection. Now we are connected. So let's check whether we are connected or not. For that we can just give system.out.println. Okay, I'm just showing connected, or else it will show the catch case, error will be shown. So let's see whether our database is connected or not. So first one, we are registering the driver, just put it like that, registering the driver, and the next one is connection, opening a connection. Okay, so let's run and see whether this is working or not. So okay, whenever we click the submit, it should show connected. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there is an error, unsupported operation exception, not supported yet. Unsupported operation exception. So I got the error. The error was just my file was in a package where it was having a conflict between other connections. So that was the problem. So I have just moved it to a new package. Now it's okay. So what I have said, we are registering the driver, and now we are connecting the driver. Okay, we are done, and we are checking whether it is done. That's why I have just given connected. If these steps are done, then it will show connected. So I'm going to run my things. I haven't accepted anything. I'm just clicking the submit and going to check whether it is connected or not. In this terminal you can see, yes, it's showing connected. That means our database is successfully connected to our code is successfully connected. Okay, now what we are going to do, now we are going to the main part. We are going to accept the data from the user, and we are going to insert it to the database. Okay, here the insert here, in each column, in each row we will insert. So for that, what you are going to do is, we have just collected the data. Now we are going to insert. So for inserting, the third thing that we have to focus is creating statements. This is the main point. So we have to create the statements. We are going to create the statements for entering the data into the database. So in here we are accepting the data. For that we are using a statement called prepare statement. Okay, prepare statement. Okay, prepared, P-R-E-P-A-R-E-D, prepared statement. I'm giving the variable PS is equal to. Okay, now the syntax I will say prepared statement. Here it will be capital. Now we are going to use a small prepared statement. Okay, connection dot, we are going to connect from this connection. We are going to prepare a statement. So prepare statement PS is equal to C, the variable C dot prepare statement. Okay, so inside this, what's the statement that we are going to give? SQL queries, as you already know, we are going to insert the data. Okay, so here we are going to do insert from, no, insert into, we are inserting to the database. What is the database name? School. Okay, insert into school. Then what are the values? Values I'm going to give as, there are three inputs. So we are just giving question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. Okay, this is a syntax that we are going to use. We are inserting it to the database. Okay, prepare statement. Okay, here it is prepared, that one is prepared statement. Okay, so here what we are going to do is, the syntax is, let's see here, connection, this is creating the statement and executing the statement. This is normal statement. I will tell the usage of normal statements. The prepared statement, this interface is sub interface of a statement. It is used to execute a query. We are executing a query. Look, here we have seen the query is insert into this table name, that the values are, there are three inputs. Okay, likewise we are going to use. So this improves the performance. That is one of the main usage of prepare statement. Then the syntax is like this: public prepared statement, prepare statement, as I have told, then the query, and it will throw an exception. So that's simple. So that is what we are going to use here. So now we have prepared the statement. Now we are going to insert. So what we have done, we have registered, opened a connection, now prepared a statement. Now we are going to insert. For insert, what we are going to do is PS, the variable of that prepared statement, dot, we are going to set the string. That's why we are using set string. Okay, PS set string. Now in this first column, okay, this is the first column, we are going to insert the register number. Okay, so what we are going to do is 1. Okay, then comma is given. What we are going to use? Yes, register number itself, 1 comma register number. So in this first column, the string of data of register number will be stored. Likewise in the second column, now I think you almost got it, 2 comma, what we are going to do in the second one, it is name 1, name will be inserted. Okay, that's what we have to get the data and convert it into string or any data type that we are using. Okay, any okay, so now what we need, PS dot set string of 3 comma, what's the third one? Course 1. Okay, so 3 datas we are set up. Like we have arranged. In the first it will be register number, second will be name, third will be course. Okay, we have done it like that. Now the main thing that we are going to do is, it's not over yet. We are going to execute the queries. For executing the queries, there are three things: execute statement, execute update statement, execute query statement. So execute update is what we are going to use, because the method is used to create statements such as insert, update, as well as if you want to delete something from the database, we will use that. If you want to update something from the database, we will use that. And even if you want to insert, so that is what we are going to do here. So we are going to use this statement. What is that called? Execute update. So P as that prepared statement, we are going to execute. That's it. Update. Okay, now we have updated. So let's show it here. Like, if it is successfully updated, we can just print it in the database, in the terminal. Successfully inserted. Okay, now I'm just going to run this. Let's see whether it's inserting or not. Okay, so it's running. We have three things in here. Okay, let me close those things. Okay. The previous one I haven't closed. So let's see. First I'm going to enter the register number MY101. I'm going to give the name AKHIL course int MCA. I'm going to click submit. In the terminal it's shown connected and successfully inserted. Let's see it in the database whether it is successfully inserted or not. What we have to do is go to this browse. Look, here my data is successfully inserted. Okay, this is how we are going to do. Like, if you want to insert any other data, I'm going to do 102 Mata. I'm going to give this here. Now I'm going to click the submit. Again it will show in our terminal, like, this is for a clarity, like, yeah, it is successfully inserted. So in this database we can see, again click the browse, it's like refreshing. Okay, the data is inserted. Okay, so that's all for this video. So I hope you understood this. If you have any doubts relating to this, you can put it in the comment box and you can give suggestions too. So I am learning this on the way by teaching you. So this is really simple: registering, opening, then we are creating the statement and executing the statement. That's all. These 4 points. Finally we have to close the connection. That's all. Okay guys, see you in the next video. In the next video we will look into retrieving the data from the database to our table. Thank you.